So thanks for staying with us. The latest incident on Admiralty Way occurred on Tuesday night, that's 18th of May, at about 8 p.m., where some kidnappers abducted people and disposed them of their valuables and emptied their accounts. Now, according to reports from Acon's intelligence, while some of the victims are released, others are killed by the criminals. One of the victims disclosed rather that she was pressed to the floor of the vehicle and driven around Lekki for about 3 hours before finally released after her ATM card, her PIN, and her accounts were taken. Now, reports reaching Sahara reporters, according to this report, revealed that the kidnappers used unpainted taxis and tinted SUVs to perpetrate their crimes. Now, some residents have called on the Lagos State Police Command to deploy its men to areas to nip this act in the bud. Now, with the Senate attempting to slam 15-year jail term to those who pay ransom to kidnappers instead of targeting the kidnappers rather, will this not further strengthen this obviously lucrative business? Because kidnapping is becoming a very big lucrative business now. Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join this conversation. Tweet at us at PlusTvAfrica1 with the hashtag WeShow, or you send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. All right, so because we have a guest co-anchor in the house, let me just come to Nneoma first, because we were having a conversation. We were having a conversation and you were telling me about some bank, and all of that. But because people think this is actually, we're just narrowing it with Lekki, but it is actually beyond Lekki. There are things happening all over Nigeria where it's no longer those big kidnap figures. They're just getting people just get a wind that you have some money and they sweep in, kidnap you and tell you, you know what, just, oh yeah, negotiate 5 million here, 2 million here, 1 million here.
In one night?
Yes, in one night.
You'll make money.
So you become a billionaire, right? I was saying to Nneoma that I remember when I just first moved into Magodo, when I came into Lagos, Otedola Bridge, under that Otedola Bridge, it used to be a constant K where armed robbers then would always snatch a car. They would waylay people, snatch their cars and their valuables until Governor Fashola erected, he cleaned up under that bridge, put lights there, big lights, and put security there. And all of a sudden, it all vanished. Now today, when I drove past that place, all that entire road that used to be like deserted. No lights. They have now shopping malls there. They have businesses there thriving. So is this not a failure of the government? But let me come to let me come to Lami.
Come to Lami.
Let me come to Lami. I'll come to Nneoma again.
Well, as usual, you would always say I always blame the government for everything. But the truth is, in this particular case, I would put everything at the doorstep of the present governor of Lagos State. I'm not going to be embellishing what I'm going to say now, but the truth is as inept as our president. I cannot feel any governance in Lagos State. I cannot feel that I have a governor who is Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In the heat of all this, have you heard him say anything? What are they saying about it? And don't forget, Lekki represents the elites. So now, it's no longer the poor or, the downtrodden. Now it's hitting home. It's hitting everybody. And it's just keeping quiet. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but I am shivering. You need to see me here. I can't wait to get out of the studio and start running home. What kind of a country is this? Nowhere is no longer safe. Nowhere is safe anymore. It used to be outside of Lagos, but now it's right now at home. At home in the Lekki. Okay.
So Nneoma, let me come to you. You are a Lekki babe now. But what's the biggest
Are you giving them a
No, I'm not giving them it. Lekki is everywhere now. Okay, she's not a Lekki babe, actually, she's a VI babe. Okay. So, but what do you think? What do you think the problem is right now with our security architecture?
Well, I would say that when I look at everything, one thing comes to mind. We need to be true to ourselves. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and I think I mentioned I think what Socrates has said, to thyself be true. The truth of it is that you can't give what you don't have. We have continued to complain, and things have continued to be worse because we have not learned to put our mouth, where
put our money where
our mouth is. We empower people who do not have the capacity to help us. What do we expect? It will reflect. A nation or a people are as strong as who they make their leader. So if you have a weak leader, then likely you're going to have problems.
I like the way Nneoma is using English.
If you have strong leaders, then you can see that they would be able to fight for your concerns. Security of the people is very paramount. You cannot, when people don't feel safe, what else is there? That means there are no jobs because you're running home for safety. You don't have a business because you have to close early enough to secure yourself. So it affects the economy totally. So how do we continue to play the blame game, let me put it that way, when we don't begin to put in systems that will help us in the near future? That's where I want to channel my energy. I don't want to continue to blame and say, because I can't. It's like telling a lion to bark. A lion cannot bark, no matter how you train it. It can't. It has to depict the trait of a lion, which is to roar.
Okay, Governor Sanwo-Olu cannot back.
I'm not even pointing this to anyone. I'm just saying when we observe.
To paint. I'll help you paint it.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that we need to be very clear.
Sorry, let's be very, very clear.
Yes.
And very equivocal.
No, I know you have.
Wait, let's be very clear. The primary duty of any government, and is a constitutional requirement. Is a constitutional duty, rather.
Of course.
That the primary duty of every government is the security of life and property. And this has totally degenerated, even in our Lagos. At a point, it was outside of Lagos. Now, right here in Lagos. So, you don't have to be apologetic for it.
No. I'm not even being apologetic. It's the responsibility of the governor. But I'm looking to the future. That's where my own focus is.
Now I get it.
If we've made mistakes, let's not repeat our mistakes in the future. If not, we cannot continue to sing and cry the same songs. And they said that the definition of insanity is to continue to repeat a certain action over and over and expect a different result.
Okay, let me come to Elsie.
Let me say something again. Okay. Are we making any preparation towards 2023? Because this is half year 2021. They are making constant preparation. We are screaming and complaining and doing nothing. Because I can't see any viable person who's going to take over in 2023. And it's just like a year and a half away. So what are we doing about it? We think that 2023 is so far that we just wake up and one magic would happen in 2023. You have to be deliberate about it. And you must be prepared.
I understand you.
There are no preparations towards it.
Nigeria is a place where even when a court rules to say, you know what, do this, do that. We've seen federal government flaunting those rules. Yeah. So you think if you had a viable candidate, Nahingo come out, you want them to kill him and nobody's going to question what happened?
So you have to test the system. You cannot all continue to say, you want to make them kill me. Something must happen. We have to test
Nigeria,
the system.
We're not ready yet.
No, I'm not. Stop saying that.
I don't think we're ready.
Don't encourage docility. We are not ready yet. When are we going to be ready?
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Let me hear Elsie first. Let me came for what today.
Okay.
Let me come to Elsie.
So I'll talk from two angles. So the first one will be leadership as well, like they've said. And I'm going to give an example. The Nigerian police force has different sectors, the IRS, different ones like that.
Yeah.
And I mentioned the IRS, so it came to mind because of the good work that we all know they were doing in the past. It's not now anymore.
Yeah.
In the past, for about 2-3 years, they had somebody who was their leader, Tunji Disu. When NSAS drama was happening and most of the police members were being used to perpetrate whatever they were perpetrating, you could not see IRS anywhere doing anything stupid. Anywhere you see them, they were trying to protect the journalists, the people that were going to put reports out there and ensure that things were done properly. And at that time, Tunji Disu was still at the head. We had conversations about social media. People outrightly had to come out because we knew about what he was doing, but that was now an opportunity to actually blow the trumpet to say this man has been doing amazingly well with this sector of the Nigerian police force. Then the second drama. Wait now. The second drama, when was it that we were going to come back when they said Lekki toll gate was going to be reopened?
Okay.
When that happened, we saw the IRS at the forefront,
Yeah.
misbehaving. And that was when I asked the question and I heard that he had been moved to Abuja. He was removed from that position. So at the end of the day, it is still leadership, not just from the governor, but from everybody that has the power to make decisions and make them properly. Right now, that's everything he has done. Because at some point, I'm part of an association called Digital Media Practitioners of Nigeria. And at the time, I was their welfare officer, right? We had to go to a courtesy visit to this man to say, with what you're doing with the IRS, is it possible to replicate this to the Nigerian police force? Of course, we can't start talking about everything he mentioned and all that. But people make it difficult for leadership to work in this country because you have very few that are interested in doing the job, very few that are interested in pushing the economy forward or making it better. Now, my second angle is after 2010, 2020, I don't know if I'm the only one noticing it, something broke in a lot of people. And which is why we have more people that you would call today and say, there is a way to make money from kidnapping. They will not think twice. Because they will tell you, I have to make money for myself and my family. The governments do not care about me. The governments that allegedly were able to carry gun and shoot at their own citizens just passed a message to everybody to say, you all man for himself, whatever you can do to survive. Right now, we are living on survival instincts. Nobody cares about the next person. If you have people who care about you, just hold them and be happy. Because a lot of people just want to survive. They understand now that whether you're asking for a job or you're asking for security or you're just asking for the police to treat you as a citizen of your own country, they are not interested. They just want to be in power and do what they want to do. So that day broke a lot of things in a lot of people. And right now, people that are prone to going into crime is on the rise. So if you look at Nigeria and the way the citizens behave from that time till now, you begin to understand that our mind and our psychology is no longer at the place where we are doing, oh, one Nigeria, oh, Nigeria is going to be great. No, it is, how do I survive now that I'm in Nigeria and hope for when I'm going to japa from this jungle? That is what it is right now. So if we are going back to leadership, they have a lot to do in terms of giving a proper speech, speaking, like you said. I only see the governor tweet when there's a condolence, and which is maybe somebody has died. And he'll use his Twitter handle to tell you my condolence.
On social
no, he
media.
he doesn't talk anymore. Since that's 2010, it is only death, condolence, that he used to tweet about now. And then maybe some of the things he
absolutely faceless.
So it's ridiculous right now.
All right, so we want to hear from our audience. If you live in Lekki, if you've had any experience or you know someone that has experienced this, let's also hear that. I mean, Nneoma forgot to mention, a common friend of ours was saying that she works in a bank. She had to close an account today because somebody was kidnapped in Magodo. So this thing is not really, really tied to Lekki. It's just Nigeria. It's everywhere in Nigeria, actually. It's not a Lekki thing. So we will now help ourselves because the truth is, from everything we've heard, the government is not ready to help you. But there are ways we can help ourselves, avoid to be victims of kidnappers.
How?
We'll come back after the break and we'll stay with us.